All right. Well, welcome. Great to have you joining me and practicing with me today. And let's get started. When you're ready, when you make that choice to begin, you simply start by lying back, closing your eyes, and breathing. You take your time, being easy with the body and mind as we make that shift, as we make the transition into the practice. Noticing that tendency some of us have to try and rush into it, to try and force it. And the key here is to taking your time, to making this transition by stopping, by not doing anything, not trying to hold the body still or hold the mind down. But simply falling back, closing your eyes and just noticing the natural movement of the breath. And no matter when you tuned in, that's when you start. Don't feel like you gotta catch up. Let this transition, this shift be easy. Let it feel soft. We're cultivating that subtle control. And take just a few more breaths, just a few more moments out of the day. And your next inhale is a nice deep full inhale. You fill the belly, fill the chest, and as you're ready, you release the breath, drawing your knees in. You wrap your arms around your shins, hugging your thighs tight. You gently rock from side to side. A sense of movement. And back to center, hands behind your knees as you rock from the tailbone to the shoulder blades. Nice long one. A smooth rhythm back and forth. And the next inhale draws you up to sitting. You sit tall. The back of the neck is long, the eyes remain closed. You take a moment. Then on inhale, you rise up. Tadasana. You find your balance. The feet are firm, shoulders back. You let your eyes close. And palms together at your heart. And inhale as you take the arms up, lengthening. Exhale, fold and forward over your legs. You get the hands to the floor and inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot back, plank pose, top of push-up. And exhale as you lower towards the ground. Inhale, forward for your back bend. Nice and open across the collarbone. And exhale, you press the hips back and up, down, dog. You settle. Take any movement you like. May the head hang heavy. Inhale, the right foot steps forward, low lunge. Exhale, left foot forward, fold and over your legs. And inhale all the way back up, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Right leg back. And exhale as you lower. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale the down dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, rising, reaching for the ceiling. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back, low lunge. Left foot back, plank pose. Exhale, lowering chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. Finding that nice smooth rhythm. That sense of coordination. As you wake the body up. Getting all the major muscle groups flexing and extending. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rising, reaching. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg back. Right leg back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, rising. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right, left, exhale. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, left foot. Inhale, rising. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last one. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg back. Right leg back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, rising. Exhale, hands to your heart. You relax your arms, close the eyes if they've opened. Tadasana. And with the big toes close, the heels apart. You bend the knees, drop the hips, and sweep the arms, chair pose. Setting those hips as low as you like to go. And you feel grounded. The thighs engaged, the torso lifted. And on exhale, folding forward over your legs as you straighten them out. And you catch hold of whatever you got, your toes, your ankles, your shins. The head hangs heavy, the tailbone tilts towards the ceiling. Nice deep fold, drawing the length of the hamstrings. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands as you float or step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Then inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward, low lunge. And from here, we're going to keep the palms glued to the floor. Without moving your hands on your next inhale, you just press into that right foot, trying to straighten that right knee as best you can. Exhale, bend the knee, releasing that tension. Inhale, trying to straighten that right leg while keeping those palms flat. Exhale, bend the knee, release the tension. Inhale, extending. Exhale, bending. Inhale, extending. Exhale, bending. Inhale. Exhale. This time we're going to hold it so the left heel spins in, so both feet are now flat. And we straighten that right leg out. That means the hands need to lift up to the fingertips, or you bring them up onto that shin and foot. Let your hands go wherever they need to go this time, so that right leg can be straight. And you can fold out over that thigh. And exhale, bending back into the right knee, planting the palms and stepping back. Down dog or vinyasa. And inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale as you step the foot forward, low lunge. Then again, glue those palms down. And on inhale, you just press into that left foot, trying to straighten the knee. Exhale, bend the knee, sinking the hips, releasing the tension. Inhale, straightening out that left leg. Exhale, bend the knee, sink into it. Inhale, extending. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. This time we'll hold it, so right heel spins in. The feet are flat as that left leg straightens out. Pyramid pose. Nice deep stretch to those 3 hamstring muscles that run up the back of that left thigh. The left foot stays firm to the mat so that left heel is lifted. The left hip, is lifted. So you reach the torso out over that thigh, deepening that stretch. Then on exhale, bend into the left knee, plant the hands, and step back. Down dog or vinyasa. And exhale the right foot forward. Warrior one. Left heel spins in. The torso sweeps up. The right knee is bending as close to 9 degrees as you like. The outer edge of that left foot is glued to the mat. But as that outer edge presses down, that left hip draws forward, and it gives you this sense of spiraling the torso. This upward lift. Now peel that left heel up so that left hip can come forward, squaring your hips for high lunge. Then palms together, thumbs to your heart as you twist to the right. Revolve side angle. That left elbow is outside that right thigh. As you twist deeper, if you'd like to open those arms up or bind behind the thigh, feel free. But you work that nice deep rotation of the torso. Left shoulder rolling under, the right side rolling back. Nice full breath here. With your next inhale, let that left arm guide you as you sweep yourself up and open, warrior two. The left heel spins in, the arms open into a T. That right knee still bending as close to 9 degrees as you like. So just sitting down into it. Weight is set down on your feet. You're nice and broad across the lap and torso. And stay in those legs as you reach that right arm forward for side angle. Bringing that right elbow to the right thigh, or hand to the floor. That left bicep goes long next to left ear. You want to wrap that left arm behind your back for your butt. And catch the inner thigh or catch hands outside that right hip. And you open the front of the torso. The collarbone's broad, the chin's away from the chest. Nice full breath. And exhale, hands to the floor as you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. And exhale, the left foot forward. Warrior one. You set your stance. And you breathe, settling into it. Trying to draw that right hip forward so you get that spiraling sensation. Then peel the right heel high, lunge stance so the hips are now completely squared at the top edge of the mat. Palms together, thumbs to your heart. You fold and twist. Taking that right elbow outside the left thigh. A nice deep twist. Trying to draw that right side past that left thigh. Now that right arm will guide you on an inhale. Nice and smooth transition as you sweep open. Warrior two. You adjust your stance as you need. Then you settle in. Then reaching forward for side angle, elbow to thigh or hand to the floor. That right arm goes long overhead. You can stay there or wrap that right arm behind your back, catching the inner thigh or catching hands for the bind. But remember, if you're working that bind, you use it to help you roll that right side further back, opening up that upper right side of your chest while staying long through the crown of the head. Two more breaths. And on exhale, you release the hands to the floor as you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. And sliding forward in a plank. And you roll to the left side for side plank. So left hand, outer edge of that left foot. You can always lower that left knee to the ground for more stability. You can lift that right arm, maybe lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. You're finding a strong lateral line. Holding the body in space. Coordinating your strength from left shoulder down to that left leg. And nice and smooth, you start to draw that right knee towards your nose as you step it forward for low lunge. The right hand comes to the floor inside the right foot. Left knee can stay lifted or lower down as we go into lizard pose. You let the body start to sink towards the floor. One forearm, maybe both touch down. The head hangs, the eyes soft. An inhale, rising up to straight arms. You plant the hands and you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. And sliding forward plank. And you roll to the right. Right hand outer edge of the right foot. Make your adjustments. Lowering the bottom knee, lifting the top leg. Find that sense of control. That sense of stability on your edge. And nice and easy, you're going to draw that left knee towards your nose as you step that foot to the top edge of the mat. Low lunge. Left hand's on the floor inside the left foot. Right knee can stay lifted or lowers down. And then you start to lower yourself down. Maybe getting one forearm to touch down. Maybe both. As the torso sinks here, we're working that deep flexion at that left hip. It starts to open up the gluteal muscles. And inhale, rising up to straight arms. Plant the palms, step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. Crescent lunge. The left knee will lower, the toes uncurl. The hips sink as the torso and arms sweep up. Drawing your hips down and forward. And reaching those arms up and back. So you get that nice long crescent curve. Breathe into the front of the body here. Feeling the ribcage expanding with those inhales. Then exhale, release the hands to the floor. As you shift your hips back, straightening out that right leg, setting it for Hanumanasana. So the right knee is straight, the right toes point up. You can fold forward over that right leg, isolated, and stretching those 3 right hamstring muscles. Or you start to slide that right heel forward, working towards your full splits. And as always, if you're working full splits, be patient with the body. You don't need to try and force it or rush it. Give the body a chance to open up into this pose. Drawing that long line from thigh to thigh. And drawing that right foot back. You slid it out. And we'll all bend back into that right knee. Plant the hands and lift that left knee so you're in a low lunge stance. Then drift your way forward to lift that left leg up behind you for standing splits. The hands can walk forward to help steady you up. And as you feel steady, start to walk those hands back. And the head and torso fold forward over that right leg while you reach that left heel towards the ceiling. And exhale, step that left foot back. The right to meet it. Down dog or vinyasa. Then inhale the left leg. And exhale as you step the foot forward. The right knee lowers, the toes uncurl. The hips sink as the torso sweeps up. Crescent lunge. And exhale, hands to the floor. The hips shift back so that left leg can straighten out. Those left toes peel. And you fold forward here. Giving a nice deep stretch to those 3 hamstring muscles. Or you start to slide that left heel forward. working towards your full splits. The big difference between half and full splits, both gives you a nice stretch to those 3 hamstring muscles. The difference is that when we start to work full splits, this back leg moves into extension, meaning it's going back behind us. So we start stretching those hip flexors on that back thigh. And that's one of the reasons you might notice as you go into full splits, your hips kind of turn to the side, start opening up to the edge of the mat. And you want to try and keep your hips as square as you can. And drawing that left foot back. We all bend back into that left knee. The right toes curl, the right knee lifts, low lunge. And drift into it as that left leg lifts up, that right leg lifts up behind us for standing splits. The head hangs. The torso's folding as that right heel's reaching for the ceiling. And exhale, you step the right foot back. You plant the hands, left to meter, down dog or vinyasa. And a gentle bend in the knees. Look up between your hands, and on inhale, you float or step to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold, fold. Just letting the torso hang over the thighs. And we're going to bring that right hand to the floor, bending that right knee as much as you need to get that right palm down. And that left arm reaches up. You can stay right there. Nice open twist, broad from hand to hand. Or you wrap that left arm behind your back, trying to grab your inner right thigh. You can stay right there, or you start to turn this into bird of paradise, taking that right arm between your thighs so that you can catch that left hand outside that right hip. And once you're holding hands, you shift your weight into that left foot, and all you have to do is lift up. Take your time. You don't overthink it. The torso lifts and you're standing on that left leg. Once the torso gets tall and you feel steady, then maybe you think about straightening out that right leg. Good. One more breath. Nice and smooth wherever you are. You just come back to center. Both feet are down. The torso hangs, the arms dangle. You take a breath. Then the left knee bends so the left hand can touch down. And that right arm reaches up. You can stay right there or wrap that right arm behind your back. You can stay right there or take that left arm between your thighs and catch hands outside that left hip. And shifting your weight into that right foot. On an inhale, you just rise up. Just bring that left leg with you. And if you like, you straighten that left leg up. Nice and easy from wherever you are. You come back to hanging over your legs, folding the torso. Inhale, halfway lifted. Exhale, plant the hands, float or step. Down dog or vinyasa. Exhale the right foot forward. Warrior two. Left heel spins in, torso sweeps. Then straighten out that front leg. Reach forward for triangle pose. Right hand lands down. Left arm reaches up. And if you like, you can take that left arm behind your back for your bind. Trying to catch that inner right thigh. Trying to roll the torso towards the ceiling. Keep that right hip hugging underneath. It's an external rotation of that right thigh here. So it feels almost as if you're trying to roll your inner right thigh towards the top edge of the mat. Inhale, coming back to warrior two. The right knee bends, the arms open into a T. Then sweeping that left arm forward as you turn those left toes in slightly, warrior one. Exhale the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers. And fold forward, humble warrior. The torso draping towards the floor inside that right leg. The head hangs heavy. And exhale, release the hands to the floor inside that right foot as you step that left foot forward outside your left hand, coming into a squat. We're only going to be here for a breath as we make our way to crow pose. If you know crow, you can go right into it. Otherwise, take your time. You start with the fingers spread wide, palms flat on the floor about shoulder distance. Then lift the hips. So that as you start to bend your knees and elbows, your knees touch down on top of your triceps. As you feel steady here, all you have to do to take off is start leaning forward. As you shift your weight forward, those elbows will move forward past your wrists, and your center will move out over those hands. Your toes get light, your hands get heavy. You take your time and you feel your body moving. One more breath. And find your way to down dog. You can float, you can step, you can take a vinyasa or go straight there. And exhale the left foot forward, warrior two. Straighten out the left leg, reach forward, triangle pose. You wrap that top arm behind your back if you like, trying to catch that inner left thigh for your body. And breathe into the front of the body. Nice full inhales, complete exhales. Inhale, opening the arms into a T if they're not already, as you rise up for warrior two. And the right arm sweeps forward as those right toes turn. Warrior one. Take the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers. And exhale as you fold forward. Humble warrior. And exhale, release the hands inside that left foot as you step the right foot forward, coming into a squat. Once again, you take a breath here and preparing for growth. Fingers spread, palms flat, hips lift. Bend the knees and elbows. Knees touch the triceps, and you lean forward. And one thing to note here is you start to lean forward. You kind of feel like you're stuck. One thing you might look to is the positioning of your foot to wrist. If your feet are really close to your wrist, you kind of end up having to lift yourself up to get over top. So you might step those feet back a little bit. Have some space between the foot and wrist. Then when the elbows touch and you lean, you might find that it's a lot easier to go right into that point where the feet float up. And exhale as you choose your route to down dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, drawing that right knee forward and place on the mat outside your right wrist for pigeon. The left leg slides back. The torso can stay upright for your pigeon variations, or you drape yourself forward over that right calf. Inhale as you rise up. You're going to rock over to that right hip and sweep that left leg out in front. We're going into Canasta. So you bring the soles of the feet together, heels in nice and tight to the body. Interlace your fingers outside your toes. Nice tall spine. And on exhale, you fold forward. Trying to reach your torso out past those toes. Instead of curling down towards them, you're feeling like you're going to take your chin to the floor out in front of you. And to those big toes towards the center of your chest. Inhale, rising up. Cross the ankles as you roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale the left leg. And exhale, you draw the knee forward, placing it on the mat. The right leg slides back. You adjust that left leg so it's comfortable. You can stay upright or drape yourself forward. Inhale, rising up. Rock over that left hip and sweep that right leg out in front. Now this time we're going to go into sleeping tortoise. So for sleeping tortoise, we have the soles of the feet together, But instead of having them in nice and close to the body, we have the feet away from us, about 2 feet or so. Palms face up, backs of the hands on the floor. You slide your hands underneath those calves so that your hands come to the tops of your feet here. Now with those forearms underneath your calves, you're able to use them to help draw yourself down, trying to bring your forehead towards those heels. And as you get closer, you can always adjust those feet, maybe taking them a little further forward or bringing them in a little closer so that your forehead starts to line up with those heels. Inhale, rising up. You untie yourself. You cross your ankles and roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. Then a gentle bend in the knees. You look forward of your hands, and on inhale, you float or step to sitting. Your hips come down, your legs come through. Preparing for Paschimottanasana. The arms reach up, and on exhale, you fold forward. Catch and hold of whatever you got. You bow your head, close your eyes. And inhale as you reach out, rising up. Sweep your arms around in front, parallel to the floor. And on exhale, you lower yourself down onto your back. Come to lie flat. Once you're down, you take a breath. Then preparing for 3 rounds of back bends. The knees bend, the feet are flat. The arms can be alongside the body for bridge, or hands above the shoulders for upward facing bow. And on your next inhale, you press down into your feet to lift the hips, low back, middle back, upper back if you like. And exhale, release, lowering down. Nice full breath. Then inhale, pressing down to go up once again. And exhale, relax. Third and final one. On an inhale, you press down to go up. From as high as you like. And breathing into the front of the body, wherever you're at. Bridge or upward facing bow. And on exhale, lowering down. Once you come down, you draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins. Nice tight squeeze. Then bringing the arms alongside the body, palms flat. The legs go straight up towards the ceiling. You can hang out there or shoulder stand. Toes towards the floor beyond your head. If the hips lift, you bend the elbows, hands against your back as you send the legs up. Take more breaths if you want any variations. And wiggle the toes, roll the ankles. Send the legs wide, scissor apart. Just playing in your hip joint a bit with the legs suspended in air. And coming back to center. If you're in shoulder stand, you take the toes towards the floor beyond your head for plow. Hips are high, low back's open. Release the hands, fingers point forward. And nice and smoothly all unravel. Come to lie flat on your back. Once down, the arms are alongside the body, preparing for fish. You press into your hands and elbows to lift the head and torso. You arc the spine, roll the shoulders back, and release the crown and head towards the floor. And exhale, lowering down. You draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins. And taking the arms into cactus arms, elbows bent 90 degrees. As you release the knees over to the left. One final twist. Letting gravity do most of the work here. Back to center. And over to the right. Back to center. And on exhale, you extend the legs, Shavasana. Or you draw your knees in, tucking your hands behind them as you catch a ride up for headstand. If you're doing headstand, take your time. You stay up as long as you like. Find Shavasana whenever you're done. If you're new to headstand, you start on your forearms and knees. You grab opposite elbows. And keeping the elbows as they are, bring the hands out, fingers in the legs, palms are apart. You place the crown of the head on the floor and you cup the back of your head in your hands. Then curl your toes as you lift your knees. You find your base with those forearms. Your shoulders are active. You start thinking about walking the feet towards the elbows, lifting the hips high. And drawing one knee in towards your chest, then the other. As you feel steady in this low position, then you just take your legs straight up. You stay up as long as you like. You come down the same way you went up. You find Shavasana whenever you're done. Slowly begin taking deeper inhales, more active exhales. Then awaken the body back up. You start to wiggle the fingers and toes. You roll the wrists and ankles, arms and legs. Then turn the palms flat down onto the ground, gripping the floor as you inhale, grounding yourself. And exhale, drawing your knees into your chest. You wrap your arms around your shins. And you rock over to your right side. You rest there for a moment in the seat of full potential. And as you're ready on inhale, you slowly rise up to sitting. You come into a comfortable seated posture. The spine is tall, shoulders are back. Chest lifted, heart is open. Back of the neck is long and the eyes remain closed. And palms together, heart center, thanking yourself and each other for being here. Clear mind, peaceful mind. Peaceful speech, loving speech. Loving heart, clear heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Om. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me. Always great to practice with you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.